back to another video. Today we're gonna be looking at if Santa Claus had an empire, 'cause it is the Christmas season. By the time you're watching this, it'll be December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas and 1 day before Christmas Eve. Pretty last minute for a Christmas special, but whatever. Um, anyway, uh, since Santa kind of lives in the North Pole. Uh, he is either it's not on this map, so I just picked a random island and put him there. So yeah, he's gonna live on this. He's gonna live on that island, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, Santa, he's a bit fed up with the world, with all those naughty people or whatever, and so yeah, he's gonna convince his elves that invading the rest of the world is a good idea. Um, and that he needs to spread his he's got to spread the peaceful their peaceful fucking their peaceful ways by force. But yeah, so first I guess we'll have him invade Norway, I guess, 'cause it's like right there, and he's kind of in a bad spot 'cause like I don't he probably doesn't want to invade Russia because he'll get nuked. But yeah. So, anyways, he starts his invasion of Norway by invading this crap up here. Uh, there's not really like any people living in this bit of Norway. It's practically barren land. So he has it's pretty easy for him to take this part of Norway. Yeah. So kind of does that. Also, I think Norway owns the Faroe Islands, so I'm just gonna have him take the Faroe Islands. Because like why not? Um, but yeah, he's gonna do that, and then continue his uh, he's gonna continue his invasion of the rest of Norway. Yeah, he's gonna take all these coastal islands, and then he's gonna move further south and down into there, and eventually the weather starts to become a bit too warm for his liking, so he'll stop there, I guess. Or yeah, he'll just stop there. So let's go ahead and take a look at that peace treaty. So that's a peace treaty, and Santa takes all that and vassalizes Norway or the rest of Norway. Um, so yeah, you may be wondering how the hell can Santa do this, and the answer is he's using his elves to make missiles and guns and stuff. And then he's also using um, his magic abilities to like, um, I guess he's like using his sleigh for bombing runs against Norway. I guess I don't know. But yeah, next up on his hit list is Norway, or no, not Norway, Finland and Sweden. Now you might be asking why both at the same time, and my answer for that question is 'cause why not? He doesn't want to deal with all this borderness up here. But yeah, anyway, he begins his invasion by pushing into Finland and then also through the north of Sweden. Um, yeah, like shit. He basically does that, and he's able to like vastly outproduce both Norway and or not fucking Norway, Sweden and Finland. Um, and you may be wondering, how is he able to get away with this, considering both Norway, Sweden, and Finland are in NATO? And simple answer is N NATO doesn't exist, so Santa can just do this. But yeah, his forces are able to push into both further into Finland and Sweden, eventually separating them. And yeah, he's able to like push through this way and across. this like bay area place. But once again, in Sweden, the weather starts getting a bit too warm for him, so he is forced to stop. But in Finland, however, it is much colder, so he is able to invade. It goes down over here, and yeah, he basically is able to capture them. But yeah, once again, weather gets way too warm, so his forces basically like stop there. So yeah, let's take a little gander at that peace treaty that Santa has. So yeah, that's the peace treaty. He basically takes all the land he invaded. He turns Finland into a like vassal or puppet state, and then he combines the Swedish and Norwegian puppet state, because like why not? But yeah, I think next he's gonna invade. Let's go with Greenland and at the same time Iceland. Yeah, I'm aware that you know, Greenland is owned by Denmark, but let's just say it's its own country, so Santa can invade it without having to, invade Denmark. So yeah, it's just gonna be like a real easy operation. There's like no one in Greenland, so he's practically able to just like breeze through. I didn't mean to do that. Shit. But yeah, he's able to like breeze through. There's basically no one in Greenland. So he's and like like all he needs to do is like capture like the coast and Greenland Greenland Falls. But yeah, now he's gonna invade Iceland once again. Pretty easy. He starts a naval invasion here. Uh, very easy. Takes out the island really quickly because there's basically no one to defend it. Like there's barely anyone living in both Iceland and Greenland, so this war is over quite fast. And for peace treaty, Santa takes both islands because why not? Yeah. Um, yeah. Next, I think Santa's gonna invade Canada. And why you may ask? Well, it's because Canada is notorious for being insanely cold. Um, and Santa likes cold, considering he is, living in the North Pole 24/7. But yeah, um, Santa begins his invasion of Canada by using his territory in Greenland to um, make an hold on, to make an invasion here. Though actually, it's quite easy for him to take it over, considering it's just a bunch of cold. Like there's no one living up in these islands, like practically no one. Uh, but yeah, he takes these islands with ease, and it's pretty easy. Um, yeah, and then he hits mainland Canada, and still pretty easy. He's able to take like these two lakes. Then he goes over this way, like to the border of Alaska. Um, Practically invades all of Canada. He takes Vancouver quite quickly. He like takes Edmonton and like all that over there. Then he rolls into Quebec and like these guys over here. He like takes Montreal, um, and then eventually he takes Ottawa. And yeah, let's just see the peace treaty. So yeah, this is the treaty. Um, he just takes Canada. 'Cause it's Canada. It's cold. He wants all of it. But now he's gonna declare war on the United States because he wants Alaska, and the U.S. is not keen on selling Alaska. So yeah, um, the Santa Claus is now at war with the U.S. Um, Yeah, so Santa, even though he's going up against the strongest military in the world, he is in fact Santa Claus, and this is his video for an empire. So, whatever, realism be damned. His forces push into Alaska, and it's kind of easy because Alaska is barren. There's like no one here, especially in like this part of Alaska. It's just like mountains and snow. But down in this bit of Alaska, there's Anchorage, and over here is Juneau. At least I think Juneau's over here. It might be over this way. Either way, Santa's forces are able to like cut it off from there, and then eventually just like capture all this crap. I think this island, like these two islands, are part of Canada, but whatever. Santa's able to push into Alaska, take Anchorage, and then basically like all this area. But yeah, after Santa takes Alaska, he doesn't really want to push like deep into America or like into America. That's mainly because it's kind of warm down this way, and Santa's forces aren't doing good in the warm, because you know they're used to living like here in frigid wasteland. But yeah, he is, however, gonna like push into he's gonna push into like northern Maine and like upstate New York a bit. He's also gonna do like a surprise invasion of Florida, and that's because he wants a place to vacation to. And then America eventually just like accepts defeat because they don't want to fight Santa Claus any longer. And they also just basically lost. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at that peace treaty. So yeah, that's the treaty. Santa takes like southern Florida, Maine, and a bit of like New Hampshire and Vermont and upstate New York. Um, but yeah, oh yeah, and Alaska. But yeah, that's basically it for the America War. And now Santa turns his sights to Mother Russia. Why you may ask? That is because Santa wants, as I said earlier, Santa wants to unite the coal or like the Arctic area, and God damn it, he's gonna do that. But yeah, so Santa issues a declaration of war to Russia, and Russia's like, oh, okay, we have to fight Santa Claus now. And they just looked at America and saw how they got beat, and they're like, oh, this is probably not gonna end well for us. And Santa's like, yeah, it's not gonna end well for you. First, Santa's gonna take over like these islands, uh, cause yeah, he takes those islands over. Then he like invades this big island over here, and then like these islands. And then he sends troops from Finland and Norway into this peninsula. I forgot its name. Starts with a P, I think. Uh, but yeah, he sends his troops over through Finland and Norway into there, and then he instantly threatens St. Petersburg, and then the Russians put up a huge fight over to protect St. Petersburg, but then they ultimately lose, and then they lose like their warm or like their somewhat warm water port into this area. Oh, and then Santa just invades Lenin or this grad. I think it's Volodar. It's something. Uh, I forgot what that's called, but starts with B. But Santa invades it. Santa then uh invades or like starts his campaign in the Arctic area, like through Siberia. Um, yeah, Russia doesn't really do anything because they're just losing ice and snow and all that, so it doesn't really affect them. So Santa continues to, he just takes like all these islands up here. Um, yeah, I'm gonna increase my brush size so I can get this war over with. But yeah, Santa just like pushes over here, takes like all of like northern Siberia, and then he takes over this. Like he has his troops go from Alaska over to here, and then basically takes over like this area of Siberia, and then he just like, and I think like all of this is like still considered Siberia, so he invades that too. And then eventually Russia is like, okay, okay, we give up. You can have basically all that over there. Just leave us alone, please. And Santa's like, okay. And that's basically the lore. So let's take a look at the peace treaty. Alright, so that's the peace treaty. Santa basically takes all of like Western Russia, no, not Western, Eastern Russia, and leaves Russia as that. He then also like just basically takes the rest of Finland, cause like why not? And then he gives like this bit. He divides it up against like between Poland and Lithuania, because why not? Santa's like you guys have been wronged by Russia in the past, as here have this out of the goodness of my heart. So yeah, um, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Um, if you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. I saw that my channel is now at was it like 175 subscribers? Uh, last time I checked, either 175 or 174. But yeah, there's now a lot of people here. Um, yeah, like in like a week or so, um, my view or my subscriber count went or like gained 100 subscribers. So I guess I'm gonna do like a 100 subscriber special soon or whatever. Uh, but yeah, I hope you like that. That's today's video. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Um, or if you don't celebrate either of them, just have a happy holidays. Hope you have. I hope you're able to spend time with family, and friends. I probably won't upload again after this. I think there might be one like next week. But I'll be in Pennsylvania by then. But yeah, have a happy holidays. Happy New Year's if I don't upload uh next week. But yeah, have yourself happy holidays. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.